Welcome back to Native English Advantage with me, Teacher Adamson. Today we're looking at some questions. I've got two questions on the board first of all. Where is the bank? What is your name? Very easy, we all know these. But we're going to be looking at indirect questions. So what are indirect questions? Indirect questions are very common in English. They're a very polite way of asking the question. They have a question before the question. So an example might be, you could say something like, do you know what the time is? So what is the question? What the time is, or do you know what the time is? So we have, do you know, question, what the time is. Now you'll notice already there's a slight difference. It's not, do you know what is the time? Normally we would ask, what is the time? But indirect questions, we change the verb and we change the noun. Do you know what the time is? Now in some cultures, some countries, particularly here in Malaysia, they get this wrong. They will say, do you know who is he? When it should be, do you know who he is? So let's have a look at changing these two questions into indirect questions. We can use can, could, do, does, depending on the circumstances. Could is normally the politest. So, where is the bank? We can say, do you know where the bank is? That's asking to tell you if they know where the bank is. Or you can say, could you tell me where the bank is? Another way of saying the same thing. Could you tell me where the bank is? Okay, so basically these two are asking the same thing as this, but these two are far more polite, they're far more formal. And again, you'll notice that here we have is the bank, and here we have the bank is. So we change the verb to be to the back here when we're doing indirect questions. So what about this one? What is your name? How would we say this in an indirect question? We can say, could you tell me what your name is? Very simple like this, but normally we would just say, could you tell me your name? Which is slightly different structure, but could you tell me what your name is? We would not say, do you know what your name is, unless someone's woken up from a coma for 2 years, 2 months or something like this. So the main thing here is we use this when we're being polite, when we want to sound more formal, maybe we're speaking to strangers, and we want to be far more polite in the way we're expressing the question. And the second thing, the important thing, this is where the mistakes often come, is that normally people tend to not change the verb to be, they keep it here, particularly here in Malaysia. So, a Malaysian would say, do you know where is the bank? Or could you tell me where is the bank? This is wrong. It's do you know where the bank is? Could you tell me where the bank is? Okay, this is a very short lesson from Native English Advantage. I'll go into this in more detail in future lessons, but please do study, please do practice, and if you've got any questions or any requests for lessons, do put them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe and share, and stay tuned, keep studying, stay happy. I'll be back soon with more Native English Advantage quick English lessons for you. Okay? Bye-bye.